Thank you for joining us on this edition of Your City in 5. Behind me are city work crews. They're cleaning up the medians, removing weeds and any sort of debris and trash left behind by the recent rains that we've been having. They're doing this all across the city. We're going to tell you more about this and how you can help as well. But first, let's start with the migrant crisis.
Gracias.
The city continues to welcome migrants by providing food, shelter, and transportation to hundreds of migrants being released by Border Patrol every day in our community. In the last month, the city has provided meals and shelter to thousands of migrants. Currently, the city charters about 6 to 8 buses nearly every day to help migrants get to their final destination. The city has chartered about 70 buses since August 23rd, mainly to New York and Chicago. There are about 50 city employees helping nonprofit shelters and many more assisting at the city's Migrant Welcome Center. Many migrants are escaping poverty, economic oppression, human trafficking, religious prosecution, and the drug trade. They are fleeing for better opportunities and a chance to be part of the American dream. Recently, the city invited national and local media to see the Welcome Migrant Center. They got a chance to see how it operates and talk to migrants.
There was a sense of hope in the building. I think what is being done here is very strategic. I know it's taking a lot of efforts from the city and from the local community, but this is a job well done. This can get very messy very fast, and you're dealing with a lot of different situations. To be able to watch you guys do it and do it so quickly, it really, the federal government could take notes about what's happening inside that building.
Meanwhile, the city is covering transportation, food, and shelter expenses, which will be reimbursed by the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The community can be part of this good deed by contributing to nonprofit organizations like the Annunciation House, the Salvation Army, and Sin Fronteras. Together, we can show the world that we are El Paso strong. To the Multipurpose Cultural and Performing Arts Center, now that part of a feasibility study has been shared with the public about the center, residents can provide more feedback by filling out a survey online. Initial findings were presented during an open house meeting at the El Paso Museum of Art. The findings show that El Paso can sustain a venue that seats about 8,000 to 10,000 people. Voters approved the MPC in 2012 as part of the Quality of Life Bond Package. Several people at the meeting say they are excited to see how the project will develop.
I really think that this is a value add for our future, for our children, and I think the city has done a good job laying out a plan, laying out a vision, and I think that's what leaders should do.
What this project absolutely has to do is be that catalyst for other economic development. Talk about more residential downtown, more event venues, more investment in our historic properties.
The City Council approved a San Francisco-based architectural firm to lead the feasibility and programming study. The study continues, and you can provide your thoughts by visiting the address at the bottom of your screen. The Public Health Department is now offering the bivalent booster shot approved by the FDA and CDC. The new vaccine is expected to slow down the virus in our community. If you're 12 or older, you can get the booster free of charge at the city's 4 clinics. You can walk in, but you're better off making an appointment to avoid the long wait. Visit epcovidvaccine.com or call the number on your screen to make an appointment. Kudos to the city of El Paso for creating innovative technology through its website, elpasotexas.gov. The city recently earned the overall City Government Experience Award at the virtual GovX Summit. El Paso is the only city in Texas to be recognized. It came in second place for making the site more user-friendly and improving the way residents find and use city services, all while supporting the city's strategic planning process. If you haven't seen the website, make sure to check it out. If you've driven around the city, it's hard not to notice a surge in overgrown weeds like this, especially on medians. Well, the city is fighting that problem by having work crews, such as the ones behind me, work round the clock to get rid of these weeds. City staff is able to identify the areas where weeds continue to grow thanks to residents who report overgrown weeds by using the 311 app or calling 311. The Environmental Services Department is currently coordinating events in every part of the city to address this issue, but there is always an opportunity to make a difference in your neighborhood by becoming a volunteer and joining one of our cleanups. Reach out to the Environmental Services Department and help us keep your city looking good. The Animal Services Center closed its doors to deep clean the facility. Staff decluttered, reorganized, and cleaned the entire center. The shelter is sanitized and cleaned every day, but deep cleaning creates an opportunity to clean the entire center, including offices and workspaces. To adopt a shelter pet, visit the center in person or go to elpasoanimalservices.com for more info. Another recreation center has reopened. The Don Haskins Rec Center on High Ridge is now open Monday through Saturday. The popular center on the west side was closed because there wasn't enough employees employees. Now more staff has been hired and the center is open. The Seville Recreation Center in the Mission Valley is set to open on October 10th. Visit Parks and Recreation on social media to see a list of recreation centers that are open in your neighborhood. A library card is an empowering tool that you should consider getting. Well, now is the perfect time to get one during National Library Card Sign-Up Month. With a library card on hand, you can access free technology, multimedia content, educational resources, and so much more. To get your free card today, visit elpasolibrary.org for more info. That's going to do it for us on this edition of Your City in 5. But before we go, I want to thank all of the hardworking men and women from the city of El Paso who are keeping our streets clean and our medians clean. We'll see you next time on Your City in 5. Yeah!